Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we've got a truly fascinating tech teardown lined up for you. We're putting the spotlight on a brand new release that's been making some serious waves in the audio space lately. I'm talking about the boAt Nirvana Eutopia 2 ANC. Now, if you've been following the consumer audio market at all, you know the competition right now is incredibly fierce. Brands are literally racing to pack flagship features into more and more accessible price points. But honestly, this newest launch might have just reset the baseline entirely.
Okay, so let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat. Can you actually get premium hybrid active noise cancellation, dual drivers, and a staggering 80 hours of battery life for under 5,000 rupees? For a long time, the answer was just a flat-out no. You always had to compromise somewhere, usually on the build quality, the audio fidelity, or the battery stamina. But today, we're investigating what looks like a highly aggressive value proposition in the Indian audio market. Our main goal? Seeing if the reality actually matches that crazy spec sheet.
Here's our roadmap for the breakdown. First, a look at the Nirvana Eutopia 2 itself, then we'll get under the hood into the audio engineering, move on to smart features and connectivity, check out battery life and build, and wrap up with pricing and final takeaways.
Starting off with Section 1, getting our first look at the Nirvana Eutopia 2.
The immediate aesthetic impression here is striking. boAt is clearly opted for a very clean, minimalist vibe. We've got two distinct colorways on offer. There's Cosmic Black, which gives you that sleek, matte, stealthy look that's practically a requirement for modern tech nowadays. And then there's Utopian White, which gives off a much softer, sort of lifestyle-oriented vibe with these really nice metallic accents. It's pretty clear they're targeting a look that fits right in whether you're at a corporate office or just chilling at a local coffee shop.
But hey, looking good is really only half the battle, right? They absolutely have to be wearable for hours on end. This over-ear, foldable design measures exactly 165.6 by 82.7 by 195.6 millimeters. And what that translates to in the real world is a headset built to prioritize portable comfort. The swivel ear cups actually fold completely flat, making them infinitely easier to just slide into a backpack. But more importantly, the ear cushions are lined with soft memory foam. It's designed to adapt to the shape of your head so that passive isolation is snug, but without feeling like your head is trapped in a vice grip.
All right, moving into Section 2, let's get under the hood and talk audio engineering.
Before we get into the exact numbers, let's just make sure we're on the same page about what we're dealing with. Adaptive Hybrid Active Noise Cancellation, or ANC, isn't just your standard noise blocking. It's a technology that uses microphones on both the outside and the inside of the ear cups to actively adapt to your environment. It detects and neutralizes background noise in real time. Basically, it's a dynamic system. That means it's working just as hard for you in a roaring airplane cabin as it is in a gently humming cafe.
And boAt is bringing some serious power to the table here. The Nirvana Eutopia 2 boasts up to 45 decibels of hybrid adaptive ANC. To put that into perspective for you, 45 decibels is incredibly substantial for a headset in this price bracket. It is literally enough to practically silence the low-frequency rumble of a noisy commute, the drone of a loud AC unit indoors, or even just the chaotic chatter of a busy street. It's like having your own secluded acoustic bubble.
So how does all this build into the actual sound generation? Well, if we break down the hardware inside the ear cup, instead of just using a single driver to try and handle every single frequency, boAt engineered a dual driver setup. You have a distinct 10mm driver sitting right alongside a much larger 40mm component. And let me tell you, this is a highly complex piece of hardware architecture to pull off correctly.
But why does a dual driver setup actually matter to your ears? Well, it's all about separating the workload. The 40mm driver can focus entirely on delivering a deep, improved bass response, while the 10mm driver handles the crisp vocal clarity and the highs. This results in incredibly precise instrument separation. You can actually hear the bass guitar distinct from the kick drum. And because of this specific hardware, the headphones fully support high-res audio and 3D spatial audio, giving you this expansive, three-dimensional soundscape that just feels incredibly alive.
Section 3. Smart features and connectivity. Time to look at the brains of the operation.
Modern headphones really need to be way more than just speakers. They need to be smart hubs that weave effortlessly into your digital ecosystem. And this device is built exactly for that, featuring seamless multi-device connectivity. This means you could be watching a video on your laptop, and when a call comes in on your phone, the headphones intelligently switch right over. No more frantically digging through Bluetooth menus.
Let's do a rapid-fire breakdown of these specs and what they actually mean for you day to day. Bluetooth 5.4. That ensures ultra-low latency and incredibly stable connections. Google Fast Pair means Android users get instant one-tap setup straight out of the box. They've also included the LDAC codec, which is massive for audiophiles because it allows for high-quality audio transmission entirely wirelessly. Add in AI ENC technology to actively reduce background noise when you're speaking on voice calls, plus full integration with the boAt Hearables app for custom EQ tuning, and you've got a highly intelligent device that solves actual daily pain points.
On to Section 4, Battery Life and Build, focusing on endurance and the extras.
80. I just want that number to sink in for a second. The engineers somehow managed to pack an 800 milliamp hour battery into this frame, resulting in a staggering 80 hours of total playtime on a single charge. Think about it. If you listen to music for about 4 hours a day, you wouldn't even need to plug these things in for nearly 3 weeks. Now, to be completely transparent here, that 80-hour figure is with active noise cancellation turned off. But even if you leave ANC on permanently to just block out the entire world, you are still getting up to 50 hours of continuous playback. In the grand scheme of the market right now, 50 hours with ANC enabled is highly, highly competitive. It practically eliminates battery anxiety for good.
But, okay, what happens when you finally do run out of juice right before a long flight? That's exactly where the fast charging comes in as your ultimate safety net. Plugging these in for just 10 minutes yields an impressive 12 hours of playback, and a completely full charge only takes 2.5 hours. It's exactly the kind of frictionless experience that modern users demand. Wrapping up the hardware teardown, let's take a quick look at the build extras. The headphones carry an IPX4 rating, meaning they're splash and sweat resistant, absolutely perfect for light workouts or if you get caught out in a drizzle. They utilize tactile physical buttons for playback, volume, ANC toggling, and instant voice assistant access, which honestly a lot of people prefer over those finicky touch controls. And in the box, boAt includes a premium hard carrying case, a carry pouch, plus your USB Type-C and aux cables for wired listening. They really didn't skimp on the accessories here.
Finally, Section 5, Pricing and Final Takeaways, the ultimate value proposition.
So, here is the pricing breakdown. The standard price for the boAt Nirvana Eutopia 2 ANC is set at 5,999 rupees. However, as part of a limited period launch offer available through the official boAt website and leading e-commerce platforms, the special launch price is aggressively positioned at just 4,999 rupees.
Which really brings us back to our ultimate question. We just walked through a device offering 45 decibels of hybrid adaptive ANC, an intricate dual driver setup, high-resolution LDAC support, and 80 hours of battery, all for under 5,000 rupees at launch. By democratizing flagship features like this, boAt isn't just releasing a new pair of headphones. They are totally challenging the industry's entire baseline of what budget audio should look and sound like. So I leave you with this. How will the rest of the market respond to this incredibly aggressive new standard?